in the meetings with with allocation of work. It will come. It will also be coming up with a variety of other aspects, such as a distributed workload. Then you are able to see regular meetings taking place in the department. There's some voice,
Huh?
some voices that I'm able to hear all the time. Vishal.
Sir, that is a Cisco voice, sir. Once कोई member enter in the room ना, तो that
Okay.
Cisco keep, sir. That is a Cisco keep, sir.
Okay, but then it will go on continuously, you mean to say.
No, no, sir. Actually, there was some problem. 40 members joined at
Okay,
once.
okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, okay. Now there is no issue.
No issue, sir. Please
Okay,
continue,
fine.
sir.
So sorry, I'm new to this system.
Yes.
We are able to see how do we plan. Now I have a question over here to all the participants. Planning and implementation of curriculum. This will take place in the beginning of the academic year. How do you plan? I will like to know. I want to see it on the on the, in the chat box. Can you help me? How will you plan? What are the steps for planning? What are the I will like to know from the what is the difference between syllabus and curriculum? We use these words very commonly. How is curriculum different from the syllabus? I'm waiting for the answers to come.
Sir, people are participants are writing, sir, in a chat
Okay,
window
okay,
itself.
okay, 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 okay.
Sir, you are seeing the writing part. Just above that, there is a sir, query answers of participants.
Okay, okay, okay. Fine. Curriculum is a framework. Okay. Curriculum is to be worked in that subject. You're close to the answer. Curriculum is for the entire program. Syllabus is prepared by the teacher. Conversely, a curriculum is decided by the college administration. Actually, no. What more? Syllabus is adopted. Curriculum presents rules and regulations. Curriculum is planning of educational program. Okay. Syllabus consists of subjects and topics. Curriculum hours marks scheme. Curriculum is designed with experts and the syllabus is by the teachers. Syllabus is only academic, whereas curriculum is more inclusive. This is one I answer that I accept. This has come from Selvaraj. This is a good answer that has come in. There is something more that is missing in it. The syllabus covers portions of topics. Curriculum is execution of syllabus according to the lecturer. We are close to the answer over here that you are able to see that has been given by Monisha Pathak, as I see. Curriculum is execution of syllabus according to the lecturer. This is a very, very close answer that I wish to make a mention. Well, congratulations to you, Monisha. You have actually given the answer in a sense because syllabus is designed by the university, whereas the curriculum is prepared by the teacher. So, what to teach, how to teach, with what intensity to teach a particular topic, how much weightage to give for a particular topic, how to cover the topic, what teach. implementation part of the syllabus done by the teacher. This is what I just wanted to make a mention over here. And therefore, curriculum is much bigger than the syllabus. We often say, oh, the syllabus is very bad. But you cannot say that the curriculum is bad, primarily because the curriculum is going to be designed by the teacher. And therefore, we are primarily talking about planning and implementation of the curriculum. Now, what other aspects of planning need to come in for implementation of curriculum? Can you help me in this aspect? I will like to look into the chat box. How do you plan your and implement your curriculum? Let's look into the planning part of the curriculum. How do you plan your curriculum? I have given you some aspects over here. I have told you that a proper timetable, then a distributed workload. What more are you able to see with respect to the planning and planning of the curriculum? Can the teachers help me out over here? How do you plan your curriculum? What do you do to plan your curriculum? We are talking of absolute basics. Let's try to know what do we do. This comes under 1.1.1. Yes, there is a question, sir. Isn't curriculum a framework more like university guidelines? No, university gives the guidelines of syllabus, whereas the teacher makes that syllabus very meaningful. The aspect of meaningfulness is curriculum. So the university does not tell you which method to use while teaching, how to give those experiences to the students when you are demystifying the syllabus. So when you are growing, working with the syllabus, you are converting the syllabus into a curriculum, and therefore we are talking. Therefore, the question here is planning and implementation of curriculum, and not planning and implementation of the syllabus. So, though this question had come from uh, Manisekharan sir, I think so. So, but then this is what you are able to see. Yes. Now, curriculum may be planned, very true, keeping industry requirements in mind. Very, very true. I agree to it. Yes. Now, how is the planning done? Units and respective hours will be a part of the syllabus. Hence, the teacher has to plan the teaching method according to the prescribed standards. Very true. What more? Division of lectures like theory plus practical plus tutorials, flip classes or presentations. Excellent. By planning and creating a lecture plan. Very nice. Good. Dividing the topics into minute subtopics to cover the syllabus and the timetable and time for revision. Very true. Great. This is what Vishal Purohit ji says. Plan according to the topic per lecture. Okay. Very nice. Anything else to come? Cover the topics and the students' ability. Yes. Plan the topic and the students' ability to catch the topic. Here you are able to see conversion of the syllabus taking into curriculum. Here the teacher is playing a role. This is actually that I wanted to tell you. Yes, teaching aids to be used, they may be mentioned. Fantastic. Now you are able to see these are some of the areas by which, sorry, these are, oh, sorry, these are some of the areas by which you are able to see you can plan. Here it is the teacher who is planning it out. This particular question carries a lot of marks, almost 20 marks in criteria 1. And therefore, these methods need to be written down on paper by us. For example, when the meeting takes place, what all things are you going to in the first meeting of the department? What all things should be mentioned out? The meeting was conducted on so and so date. The agenda comes in. After the agenda comes in, number one, lectures made available. So the timetable copy will be added over there. Then division of the syllabus. So paper 1 will be taught by XYZ, paper 2 will be taught by ABC, paper 3 will be taught by, all this needs to come into the minutes. That is going to be a part of your planning. Then you are able to see preparation of a teaching plan. Then you are able to see um, then you then you're able to see preparation of a teaching plan. After that, you're able to see uh, how you're going to use the teaching methodologies. When is it going to be done? How the curriculum is going to be implemented? What are the checks that you are keeping? What kind of examinations that you propose? When are the internal examinations going to come? All these aspects. When are the assignments going to be given? How are they going to be checked out? All these aspects need to come into the minutes book of the meeting. It may be written by hand. It may be, since you all are computer wizards, it may be put on the computers, but then it must be recorded. Yes, there is also some more aspect. Feedback is also to be added, but then feedback will not come during the planning part. Feedback will come after the implementation of the syllabus comes in. So feedback will come at a later stage. We are going to look into that also. Now let's go to the next part. Uh, is somebody going to regulate this presentation now? So this is not moving actually. Vishal,
What happened, sir?
um, it has been annotated to someone. I don't know what is this.
Sir, you can just close it and open it again, sir. Because we
Pardon
cannot
me.
control. So you can close it and open it again, sir. You can share again, sir.
But then nothing can be closed over here. It has been annotated to someone. That's what it has been. Let us come over here.
Uh, we cannot control that screen, sir, from our end.
Okay. So what do I do?
Saved annotation. You can just now cancel it, sir.
Okay. Fine. But it's the presentation is not moving ahead, Vishal.
So just press escape key, sir.
Okay. No, it isn't moving. And Praveen, you and Praveen Karde cannot. Something has come. Stop sharing. Shall I do that?
Yeah, you just stop sharing, then again share the document, sir.
Okay.
That will be better, sir.
Okay. Just one.
Ji.
Yeah, fine. Now I think so. I'm getting it. Now we come to the next aspect, and that happens to be
PPT is not coming, sir.
re- I think so it can be seen.
Now it is coming, sir.
Yes, fine. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not that friendly with this system currently. It's a good system, but I'm learning it out.
So you can
Now,
open also chat window. I think your chat window has been closed.
yes, it is closed currently.
So the menu is in top.
Yeah, yeah, I saw it. I got it.
Yes, sir.
It's fine. Now, we come to the next aspect. We were looking into the planning part of it. Now, after looking into the planning part of it that we have got it, uh, these are the areas which actually teachers are going to work on. This is what I just wanted to tell. Well, that must come on the paper. It must come with the date. It must come with signatures. It must come with the stamp of the department. After the meeting has been completed, it must be also signed by the principal with a date so that you are able to see you have finalized out on all the areas and that the principal knows it. Though it may appear to be a formality, taking the completing these parts in time, it helps us tremendously. It indicates your consistency. There should be at least one meeting mid-term somewhere to discuss the progress that is taking place about the implementation of the curriculum. It may include the internal meetings. It may, in case you have any number of meetings, every meeting उसके minutes उसके records रखे जाने चाहिए. This is very very important. And the term end meeting where you must be able to make a mention the syllabus has been completed, the internal examinations have been conducted, the remedial courses have been completed, etc. etc. All those details need to come in. So what I wanted to tell you over here, I'm spending so much of time. We do all this, but we don't do the paperwork, and then it starts costing us. So doing the paperwork at the end of the year or doing the paperwork at the end of 5 years, it means so that you are going to lose a lot of content in between. We tend to forget out on a very very large scale. If I all of a sudden ask you what did you eat day before yesterday, most of us will not be able to remember it out. Primarily because we are not supposed to remember it. In the same way, we keep on doing many many things, but these many things need to come into our registers so that you are able to keep it. There is one more aspect that can come in. You can have include a teacher's diary over here as a part of your planning. So every day, whatever you are going to teach should come in the teacher's diary. Whatever you have completed should come into the teacher's diary. Now, normally, what are the areas where a teacher works? Just look into. आपकी टीचर डायरी अगर होगी तो बहुत ही अच्छा, नहीं होगी तो आप खुद बना सकते हो. कैलेंडर होना बहुत जरूरी है उस टीचर्स डायरी में. और on on that day, number one, which lectures did you have? That is your timetable. Which lectures were completed? Which lectures you took and what did you teach over there and how many students were present in that? ये तीन areas आना बहुत जरूरी है. Then the fourth one happens to be, did you have any meetings that particular day? उन meetings के records आपने लिख के रख देने. अगर आपने conduct की है तो that we start losing out on the data. Losing the data means not doing the work because only paper speaks, and therefore documentation is a very very important aspect. We must see to it that every document is made very carefully. If we don't do this, see, we are already working it out. We are doing so many things. Timetable ka planning, you have done the timetable planning. You have created your own notes. You have created the points. You have put it on the LMS. You may have given the notes to the students. You may have taken out a visit. You have done so many things. Only thing, we haven't written it down. If you don't have the culture of the diary, keep it very simple. Your mobile has a calendar. That's a wonderful tool. Use that calendar every day. Every time you complete it, enter it there itself. You can complete the data. There is one more part. Google has some kind of notes that you are able to see. So you can even keep it over there also. So ये अगर आप if you keep this, it is the teacher who's going to suffer over here. The organization will definitely suffer, but the teacher is going to suffer more in this aspect, and therefore we need to. I'm spending a lot of time. primarily we are not taught to keep the documents. We are taught to teach. We are told to teach. We may be given training to teach. We are not taught how to keep a document. We are not taught how to prepare a document. We are not taught how to retrieve a document. We are not taught how to be responsible for a document. And though so we don't do it. And then we say, oh my God, I did not know this. Oh my God, I did so much. I have nothing. Abhi fake doc. There is a big difference between, there are two things that I want to say. One is a record and the second one is a document. You can always create a document. You cannot create a record. Record generates. So when you have conducted a lecture and you write down the diary, it is a generation of a record. When you go into the classroom and you take an attendance, it is a record that gets generated. It is the genuine material. उसको देख के आपको जो बनाना है बना सकते. You can prepare a document anytime, but you cannot prepare a record anytime. Record generates out, and therefore we need to see to it. Therefore, we need to see to it that we are very careful about the records. We conduct events. उस events के समय वो record generate होने चाहिए. How many students? How many events? How many times? When? In what way? All these documents matter a lot. All these things matter a lot. And therefore, we need to see to it that we maintain our record very carefully. We don't miss them out. Very often I find that the teachers conduct an activity और एक लूज कागज के ऊपर अटेंडेंस ले लेते हैं उस एक्टिविटी का, पर वो कागज उसका है, उसको प्रूव कैसे करोगे? क्योंकि वो इतना गंदा कागज हो जाता है, उसको कोई मतलब ही नहीं रहता है. तो सी टू इट दैट यू हैव ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर्ड इट. मीटिंग्स के मिनट्स उसी समय बना लो, वो रिकॉर्ड रख दो. There is one more aspect that you are able to see. In a meeting, if you focus out that, let us say, Mr. Viresh Sharma commented saying that the timetable must be prepared properly. So then in that case, it is being recorded out. For example, for Akanksha has made a mention, Dr. Akanksha made a mention of having a time slot exclusively for the students where they can have their tiffins properly, and it should be increased by 10 minutes. Now you're making your meetings very specific. I'm spending a lot of time primarily because we don't do this, and it costs us in two ways. Individually, it costs us. Tomorrow, your boss asks you, what did you do? And you have nothing to say. You may say, I work so much. You may be an extremely popular teacher, but you don't have it to prove. Maybe your students after 25 years will come to meet you, but you have to answer tomorrow. And somebody is going to ask you, what did you do in this month? If you have written it down, you can put it. Paper speaks, and you must write it down. If you don't have anything to write down that minute, I use my mobile. I use that calendar app tremendously. 3 साल का 4 साल का कैलेंडर मेरे पास आज भी पड़ा हुआ है. And second part, the biggest wonderful part is you can keep it on cloud so it does not get lost. So this is a very nice way to preserve our documents. So calendar is easily available. You can get the data anytime. आपने कल अगर आपका मोबाइल चेंज भी कर लिया हैंडसेट, even then the calendar is still working because everything is on the cloud, and therefore you are able to see. If you don't have a diary, prepare this. Keep it with you. You can retrieve it at least. At least since you have written down a few words, you will be perhaps be able to remember a few things, a few more things. If you have written it in details, you will always remember everything. You will get everything. But if it is not done, we are going to lose it. This is one big part where the teacher is very important. Then here somebody has made a mention. I think so. It is from Akanksha. We should also take some photographs of the events conducted from time to time with notices and other documents for the records. There is something more to add. You can put all this on the calendar again. It remains with the calendar that you are able to see. You can retrieve it out. Just yesterday, I wanted to send some document to one of the colleges in Delhi. So I saw to it that it was Hansraj College where I'm going to conduct a session tomorrow on criteria 6. So they have given me a mandate form. So after filling that form, I took a photograph of it. It is on my it is with me, and whenever I want it, I can see it out. So here you are able to see, but we don't do these things, therefore it costs us. Let's go ahead with a next aspect called as this is yet another aspect of a teacher again that you are able to see. Criteria 1, 1.3.1. Institution integrates cross-cutting issues relevant to professional ethics, gender, human values, environment and sustainability into the curriculum. इसको 10 मार्क दिए हैं. Now, there are two ways by which you can do this. One, if you have written down your teaching plan where you make a mention saying that in this particular topic, in the said topic, let us say you're teaching something about curriculum, you're in your syllabus, you're teaching something about computers, you have made a mention of human values. If you can just jot it down, you can make a list of all those things that you're doing. You must see to it that your curriculum becomes very relevant, your syllabus becomes very relevant and gets converted into a wonderful curriculum for which you must make a mention of professional ethics in your talks regularly about gender biases, about human values, about many other environment that you are able to see and relate it to these aspects. I just wish to make one example over here. The other day, in one of the computer colleges, that is BSc Computer Science, I just made a mention of this particular aspect, saying that environment needs to be counted out. There was one of the students who said that what is it related to? How are computers related to environment? I made a mention saying that you're not using paper, you're saving paper. It would mean that you're actually promoting the environment. Can you ever make a mention of this in your classroom? It would make a big impact. You all use it, you must be telling more than that. I'm just making a mention of it. So these need to be put up in a proper way. This is what I wanted to say. Second part is you can go for workshops, seminars, lectures, films, visits, etc. इसके लिए कोई number of lectures, number of hours, nothing of it has been specified. But you should be able to tell that yes, we make our syllabus a curriculum and we make it very relevant with respect to 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is professional ethics, gender sensitivity, human values, and environment. This is the second aspect where the teacher has to play a role in criteria 1. The first one was planning. The second one is enrichment is as an area. Now we go to the next aspect, feedbacks. Now I am talking about the feedback. There are two things that I want to tell you. Criteria 1 has feedbacks 1.4.1 and criteria 2.7.1 has survey. A feedback is more specific than a survey. Both of them are the tools to understand what is going on around us and where we are involved in. For example, since criteria 1 is related to curriculum, institution obtains feedback on syllabus and its transaction at institutional level from following stakeholders: students, teachers, employers, and alumni. We need to take the feedback from all of them. Now, with respect to students, all your current students, you have to see to it that the final year students are taken. There is one more aspect. Take the feedback from the final year student just before he is going to leave the college once. And second, if possible, when he becomes an alumni, that is, after the result is out, try to take the feedback again. The feedback that you will get will be a more genuine one. The student will not feel ashamed to say that XYZ teacher is very bad in teaching. Mr. Pahade knows nothing about teaching. It is still a feedback. It's a very important feedback that you are able to see, which he may be scared to give when he is still a student. So see to it that you take all the feedbacks. When it comes to feedbacks with respect to from teachers and from employers, then in that case, I always suggest the IQAC and the department need to work jointly for it. For example, the mail should be sent by the department through the IQAC or a copy to IQAC, and the feedback should be received back on the mail only. Now that becomes a valid proof that you have conducted feedbacks. Once the feedback has come, you can go for analysis of the feedback. So feedback can come in this way. Second, of course, since we are talking about computer science people, therefore they can always have an LMS and they can request these people who are not in the organization with a special request through a mail only again and take the feedbacks from them. But feedbacks are important. It is not only collecting the feedbacks, it is the analysis of the feedbacks, which is a very, very important aspect that we find. Now, with all technological availability, analysis of feedback becomes very, very useful. If an organization does not have LMS, then in that case, such kind of apps can be designed and they can be linked up to the website. That makes the website all the more meaningful. But conducting feedbacks and taking maximum number of feedbacks, taking feedbacks again and again is really a very, very important aspect. We teachers avoid taking feedbacks. We are not interested in feedbacks. But if you have a good feedback mechanism, your clientele, that is your students, will be the most happy student because you're sorting out their problems. This was the biggest area of criteria 1. In other words, in criteria 1, the teacher has 3 areas to work out. 1, planning and implementation of curriculum. 2, the second one happens to be the enrichment of the content, that you have enriched the content and what you are teaching, you have mentioned it in your, kept it somewhere in your enrichment sheets. Third part is conducting the feedbacks, participating in the feedbacks, promoting the feedbacks, analyzing the feedbacks, and taking an action on the feedbacks. These are the big areas that you are able to see with respect to criteria 1. Any questions so far? Then we can go for criteria 2. In case there are any questions, or else we go to move to criteria 2. You can use your chat boxes. I can give you 1 minute and then we will go ahead. Jyoti Pillai had made a mention, all documents should be properly filed along with the photographs. Yes, you need to file them very well. I request you to use the cloud. COVID situation has actually should make us very smart. So if you can keep all your documents on the cloud, one, you can access them from anywhere. Second, they are never lost. It is quite possible that a computer may crash. It is quite possible that you may change your computer. It is quite possible that the document hard copy may not be found. But if you are using a cloud, cloud can save them very well. So this is one aspect. Second aspect happens to be how often feedback to be taken. How often can you take a feedback? If you have a mechanism of technological mechanism, try to take them as many times as possible. I will suggest you, if you have a mechanism of having a feedback of the lecture after every lecture, that's fantastic. And if you are people from computers, you can make it, you can have your own personal websites also, and you can see to it that the analysis comes out, an analysis is done, and you have a feedback analysis all the time. Any number of feedbacks that come in, they have, if you have an ERP, that's fantastic. Try to use it to the maximum. Try to see to it that it is analyzed very often. Try to see to it that actions are taken over it. I wish to say something over here. There was a question that had come with respect to student satisfaction survey. One of the teachers said that, well, you are telling that every student should fill up the survey, and then if he is not sitting in the classroom, how, what kind of feedback will he give about the teachers? So I told him that yes, that is very true of you. I agree to you. Now all that you can do is you must have taken the attendances of all the teachers, all the students very regularly. Just feed them up. जिनका अटेंडेंस 50% से कम है वो फीडबैक फॉर्म तो भरेंगे पर उनका फीडबैक काउंट नहीं होगा. सो व्हाई द स्टूडेंट डिड नॉट सिट, इसका भी फीडबैक, उनका फीडबैक भी हमको मिलता है और इनका फीडबैक भी हमको मिलता है. एंड ऑल मीनिंगफुल फीडबैक स्टिल रिमेन मीनिंगफुल ओनली. वी कैन यूज द बेस्ट ऑफ इट. सो we need to take the feedback. This is all that I wanted to say. Now let's go to criterion 2. This is the heart of our business. 1, 2.2.1. This is the first question that comes directly to the teachers, and that goes as: the institution assesses the learning levels of the students and organizes special programs for advanced and slow learners. When should this particular activity be done? The institution assesses the learning levels of students. Now, when will the institution assess the learning levels of students? What do you feel? I will like to have answers in the chat box. When should the institution assess the learning levels of the students? We will talk about this later on, why we are not giving emphasis on having some universal formats. We'll talk about this later on, but currently, what do you suggest with this 2.2.1? We plan after a month of lectures. Okay. Periodic test, quiz, what more? If you are going to, okay, anything else? How do you assess the learning levels of the students? And my question is when? Somebody has said after a month's time. What more? Anyone else? I'm waiting for the answers. Frequent assessment, okay. We do it on basis of certain activities like quizzes, okay. Through feedback assignment quizzes, okay. Twice a semester, okay. Frequent assessment, summative assessment. Summative will come at the end of the year. So summative cannot be an answer over here, okay. During the lecture, question and answers. Interaction with students periodically, okay. Anything else? Silverage says it, interactions periodically. Shikant says during the lectures, okay. Jinal says after every unit, okay. Jyoti says after 1 month of start of a session, okay. Now let's look into this question. Please try to understand what this question is. The students have come into the organization. We do not know the students currently. They we have not taught to them before they have come to us. So we need to assess it. And I just like to make a mention. Kindly don't mistake me. When you go into the market to say purchase a vegetable, you don't purchase it immediately. You look at the vegetable. You try to estimate the age of the vegetable. Age in terms of its freshness. You will say, see whether the vegetable is green, whether the vegetable is crisp, whether the vegetable, whatever the features happen to be. For example, अगर हम tomatoes लेने वाले हैं तो वो sufficiently hard है, ज़्यादा पके हुए तो नहीं है. They are not soft. They are not oozing out from anywhere. We verify the material. When do we verify? As soon as we decide to take it. Now here we have the student inside our classrooms. Until unless we know who the student is, how the student is, how are we going to teach and progress? So at the earliest, the student must be assessed. This is one part. Second part, after assessing, we are going to identify the student into a slow learner or an advanced learner. So earlier the better. If you know your student is not learning well, if you are going to go for a summative assessment at the end of the term or the year, हम उस बच्चे को खुद देने वाले हैं. So when we are talking about an assessment at that time, formative assessments are to be conducted, and even before the formative assessment takes place, we need to assess the student. इसका मतलब है वो बच्चा अंदर आने के बाद में पहले महीने के अंदर ही हमसे इनके we must go for some examination. Now that examination is not going to be on the basis that you are right or wrong, you know nothing or you are very intelligent. It is for our information to understand the student कि यार इसकी मैथमेटिकल एबिलिटीज अच्छी नहीं है, उसको बेसिक्स ही समझते नहीं. इसका मतलब है ये मुझे कुछ काम करवा लेना पड़ेगा. इसका मतलब है इन इन 10 बच्चों की लिस्ट मुझे अलग बनानी पड़ेगी. They are slow learners. So the teacher will be preparing a list of slow learners, a list of advanced learners. And this has to be done at the earliest, within 15 to 20 days of the college opening and the new classes beginning. I am not talking about second, third, fourth year. I am talking about the student at entry level. This is what I am trying to say. So as soon as the student is in, some examination should be taken. There is no format for these exams. You can have a small exam, you may have a objective test, you may have a subjective test. Whatever way you assess the student, the way of assessment should be written down and the student should be identified into slow and advanced learners. By doing this, it is going to help us. It is going to help us to see to it that we are able to do justice to the student. 1 month of time perhaps may be a very long period of time, because in case we want to take any action on these students, action is in terms of taking some kind of remedial or some kind of what you say bridging material to be given. It should be given at the earliest. सारे बच्चे एक रेंज में होने चाहिए पढ़ाई की, ताकि हमें पढ़ाई करना देना बहुत आसान हो जाए. If we understand that the student is a slow learner, at the end of the term, the time is already gone. And therefore, this particular question, this goes very much into the hands of the teachers. You need to assess the student at the beginning of the term. Secondly, you need a remedial or a bridge program for the student. You need to be sure कि ये होने के बाद में उसको समझना शुरू हो गया है और वो एक जनरल पेस के साथ सारे बच्चों के साथ अभी चल सकता है. This is where you are able to see this validity of this question comes in. Whatever you have done, a record of it must be kept. If you are going for a compensatory teaching method or a remedial teaching method, or for that matter, some kind of bridge courses that you are arranging, all the data must be preserved. If you are going for, you know that these are advanced learners, you're giving them projects, you're giving them hands-on training, you're giving them some other material, record must be maintained. You have to see to it that we are treating the student and we know the student at the point of entry. If we don't do that, we are the losers. Very often I find organizations saying, oh, 50% of students have failed. Why? We came to know that the student is slow learner very late. So here you are able to see the role of the teacher is very, very important. Now, there is something, a question that has come from Savita Devi. How to keep records, interactions and tests, assessments? This is a very valid question. You have created an assessment, maybe online, maybe offline. You prove that you have it. This is the question paper that you have set. Second, the result that you have found out. If it's a hard test, hard paper test, the proofs remain. If it's a soft paper test, even then you get the analysis. You have worked on the analysis, so you get an analysis sheet. You have worked on the analysis sheet. You have identified the students into slow learners and advanced learners. This proof has come up. Now, after identifying, what action are you going to take on them? You are conducting, let us say, a remedial learning program. Then in that case, a remedial learning program will be declared to the students. So a notice comes in, which has the due signatures. The lectures come in, which has the attendance. The report of the remedial program comes in, which includes a test again, that after completion of the remedial program, a test was conducted and the students have really understood now that they have passed. All these become the proofs of the content, and therefore criteria 2.2.1, 30 marks, that is almost 8 to 9% of weightage of marks in criteria 2 goes alone to 2.2.1, and therefore it's a very, very important question. Now there is a in a chat I am able to see, uh, I'm not able to relate this with me. The program having meditation, moving some motivational lectures and games at the end of the day, a questionnaire is shared with them, which they have to submit the next day. These questions are related to the teamwork, okay, and situations. This is absolutely okay, but this does not relate to, this has come from Smriti Dwivedi ji, but then this is still not Smriti ji coming with respect to the syllabus. And we must know, we are talking about some skills that the student needs to. That's very true. But then I am talking about the academic component of it. We need to know our academics very well. If we don't know the student, the level of academic level of the student, it is going to cost us. So just as you are trying to see to it that, just as you are trying to see to it that how good is the student in other areas and where we need to improvise him, primary focus is on he with this question is on the academics. So it must come with the academics. Okay, shall we go ahead? Yes. Now, this is a deliberate thing that I have tried to put up. मैं तो हरदम कहता हूँ कि जो हमारे बच्चे वो हीरे ही होते हैं, पर हीरे को कट देना हमारा काम है। तो ये खानों में मिला हुआ, खान को क्या कहते हैं, माइंस में मिला हुआ हीरा है, यहाँ पे दिखाया है, उसको शेप हम करते हैं और आप उसको कैसे शेप कर देते हो उसके ऊपर उसका दिखना कैसा है, इन अदर वर्ड्स तय होता है. So in other words, a teacher plays a very important role in making that stone into a diamond, making that stone into a well cut and polished diamond. That's what I wanted. We come to the next question. This is yet another important question, 20 marks. Student-centric methods such as experiential learning, participative learning, and problem-solving methods are used for enhancing learning experiences. I want what experiential learning methods do the teachers conduct. ये मुझे यहाँ पे चाहिए. आप तो प्रोफेशनल कॉलेजेस में से हो, तो आपके पास कुछ ना कुछ एक्सपीरियंशियल मेथोडोलॉजी आती होगी. I want you to put it into the chat box. Please put it. I'm waiting. Case study is very true. Excellent. Good. Sanjay ji has made a mention of it. Blackboard method and PPT is not an experiential method. Practicals, very true. Hands-on training, very true. Simulations, very true. Project-based learning, excellent. What more? Then you are able to see mini projects, very true. Excellent. Right? But for rural work also, even then role plays, yes, very true. What more? Uh, Blackboard method cannot be an experiential method. Flipped classrooms, they cannot be experiential methods. Flipped can go more towards, participative learning. Analytical questions, yes, this is one way by which you can go for experiential learning methods. What more? Group discussions will come into participative. They cannot come into experience. Yes, mini projects we have already looked into it. Anything else to come? Now, an experiential method will involve the student to work physically and gain some experiences. So he does a mini project, he gets some experience. He goes into the industry, he gets an experience. He does some industrial training, he gets an experience. He does a project, he gets an experience. This is one part. Second part is, if he has this experience, he gets a job very quickly later on. And therefore, you are able to see the participative and the experiential learning method is the most accepted learning method in the industry. जितना आप उसको पार्टिसिपेटिव करोगे उतना एडवांटेज, यू गेट अ बिगर एडवांटेज ओवर हियर. When we talk of giving a seminar over here, or that comes into the participative learning and not into an experiential learning. Experiential learning will give experiences of work, not experiences of presentation. Until and unless the work is done, it cannot be presented. If it is going to be presented in the seminars and it is not been done, he may get an experience of how to present. But unless it is his work, he is not going to get a good chance into the industry. So here you are able to see, we need to look into the first aspect called experiential learning. We then go to the second methodology called as participative learning. Now give me the examples of participative learning. We'll like to hear from you. ये 10 minute seminar ये participative है. Quiz is participative, right? Savita madam has said quiz, very true. Selvaraj sir has said it is 10 minute seminar. Presentation of a topic in the classroom is a participative method. Then you are able to see anything else to come. Discussions can be participative methods. on the spot PPT presentation can be a participative method. Very true. I hope you all are also writing this down so that it becomes very easy for you to keep a record of all the methodologies that you have. Group discussion, yes, it can be participative, definitely. Anything else? Presentations, we have made a mention of it. Relative videos to be presented, fine, that's really very nice. Anything else to come? Review of papers, yes, this can be a very good methodology. Working products through teams, okay, fine, that is also done. So you are able to see over here what I wanted to make a mention is experiential, participative, and problem solving methods, definitely the third aspect. Now, I have given one picture over here. The use of a variety of teaching methods is an indication that the teacher is a mature teacher. It indicates that the teacher is a good teacher. If we only go for chalk and talk, and if we keep on saying, mentioning out, we are, ours is a rural college, ours is a poor college. College may be poor, it may be in the rural area. A teacher cannot be poor in terms of teaching methodologies. He should study well. He should think what method can I apply today while teaching. He should apply that method over there. He should design methods. He should devise methods. He should implement methods. It could be participative, it could be experiential, it could be problem solving. It ought to be there. That is important. And therefore, we need to see to it that various teaching methods are being used. The student that we are dealing with knows something. The student is a mature student. I am talking about a concept called as constructivism. So the student has come with some experiences. अगर हम कहने वाले मैं जो बता रहा हूँ उतना ही तू लिख, you write down, you go in the classroom, I'm saying in the examination hall, you vomit it out, and the story is over. It is foolishness. We need to understand that our role from an authoritarian teacher has now shifted out to a teacher as a, a peer to assess the students. So he comes on the side of the student now. He does not come in front of the student. And therefore, constructivism theory really plays out. The student has some knowledge, and the teacher is able to see to it that use of this knowledge for a better understanding of the student takes place. This is what I just wanted to make a mention of over here. Now, this perhaps is not the right thing for me to tell computer science teachers. There are 5 categories of ICT tools. ICT is yet another very important aspect that you are able to. You are able to see ICT enabled teaching over here. There are 5 types of ICT tools which I just wish to mention out. Informative tools, which include internet, network, virtual drive, intranet systems, website, Google, etc. Resignation devices such as CD-ROM, pen drive, etc. Constructive tools such as MS, PowerPoint, Adobe Photoshop, etc. Communicative tools like emails, SMS, smart boards, etc. Then you are able to see collaborative tools such as discussion boards, forums, etc. कितने ICT tools हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं ये important. And this question was initially a quantitative metric. Now it has been converted into a qualitative metric after 2020. That is December 2019 के बाद. So and I think so I will talk less about it because you know more about this than what I need to explain it. Now, I wish to make a mention over here. The thing that I wish to make a mention over here happens to be that the student can learn in a variety of ways. We need to understand how he is going to understand, and any method is still a valid method. I wish to give you an example over here. My son had a history. It's a very, very old story. And he did not like history. So what I did was I had brought some cassettes, CDs, which was a narration on Shivaji Maharaj. That is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. We are in Maharashtra, so it's an important part of the history. So I used to put on those CDs and I used to tell him, you listen. Over a period of time, he started listening them again and again because it was told in a very nice way. But what more I could understand was that he understands his learning is an audio style of learning. So when you tell him something, he understands. When he listens to something, he understands. So the student may understand what is going on in the classroom. The student may understand what is written down. The student may understand what is to see and then to understand. How he understands, what is the variety of his learning style is very important, which we need to understand. And therefore, more learning possibilities to break the barriers between the students and the teachers is a very important. This was about criteria. These are some very important questions. There is one more question. It's a quantitative metric, but it is related to mentoring. How do you mentor your students? Very common I find the answer, mentoring के लिए divided by total number of students mentoring कर दिया, बात खत्म हो गई बस. But mentoring at first year level is different from mentoring at second year level. उसको वापस बताने वाले हो क्या पढ़ना कैसे है, वो कहेगा मैं पास हो गया हूँ फर्स्ट ईयर में. मुझे ये मत बताओ कि मैंने पढ़ना कैसे, मुझे ये बताओ कि 3 साल के बाद मैंने क्या करना है. तो वो मेंटरिंग की चीजें अलग हो गई. उसके बाद में वो फाइनल ईयर में जाता है तो वो कहता है कि सर अभी मैं जॉब लेने वाला हूं तो उसके लिए मुझे कुछ मेंटरिंग करो. इसका मतलब लेवल्स ऑफ मेंटरिंग are going to change year wise, and this is what we need to understand. We don't make a mention of this anywhere. So we need to know about mentoring, and we need to know that every student needs mentoring of different kind. He has different problems, and therefore they need to be sorted out in a different way. This is what I just wanted to make a mention. Now, with respect to, yes, there is something more that has come up. Surprise test. It cannot assignments, projects. Yes, these are some ways by which you can keep on checking your students. Now we come to criteria 3. Here it's the criteria of the teacher. Institution has created an ecosystem for innovations, including incubation center and other initiatives for creation of and transfer of knowledge. Now, I wish to know if you can tell me what is the difference between incubation and ideation center. Let us use our chat box again. What is the difference between an ideation center and an incubation? I would like to know the answers. Can we please participate? Skill development, that's okay. What is the difference between incubation center and an ideation center? Okay. Lakshmi ji says that incubation center has all areas. I'm sorry, has all areas for discussion, whereas incubation aids development and commercialization of the product. Ideation works only with idea, okay, in which new idea can be implemented. Fine. Anything else to suggest? Faculties should be research motivated. Yes, what more? Ideation to work out the concept. Okay, fine. So in other words, thank you so much. In other words, an ideation center is the prerequisite for an incubation center. If I don't have an idea, there is no chance that I will have an incubation. And before we incubate or we go for some kind of projects into incubation, we need to prepare our students to go for the thought of incubation. For this thought of incubation, ideation counts out. Now I have a pen over here which I just wish to show you. Let's play a small game over here. Other than writing, what all uses without repetition can come? Can you please post it on the chat box? I know this is not scientific, we are not talking about knack, but what is the use of this pen other than it should not repeat impossibly? Can you tell me the uses of this particular pen? I had a very wonderful time with children a few years ago. We were driving back from a place called Baramati, which is 100 kilometers from Pune. And into my vehicle, I had 7 kids of varying sizes and extreme intelligence. And they started playing havoc. Somebody wanted to bring the window down, somebody wanted to bring it up, somebody wanted to open the door, somebody wanted to play fiddle with the music system, somebody wanted AC, and I was the lone driver over there. I played this game that what is the use of a pen and tell me the uses of the pen. And now let us see how many uses you tell. Yes, I will read it out. I need to be a little faster over here. Just 1 minute. Yeah, this moves out when yes. यहाँ पर एक दुष्ट विचार आया है कि नो नो टू क्लीन द ईयर्स ओके फाइन there are some more things we are here. Mm, it can be stored to store the ink to make a hole used as a pointer. Absolutely right. Hole in the paper, store the ink. This is a different answer that you are able to see. Can be used to use as a stylus. Okay, fine. What more? Come on, go ahead. पिंच someone, ये देखो दुष्ट विचार आ गया है यहाँ पे. किसको तो भी पिंच करना है, किसको तो भी पोक करना है. एज पेपर वेट फाइन. एज टू स्प्रे द इंक. यहाँ पे एक और दुष्ट विचार आ गया है. सविता मैडम वांट्स टू spray the ink. I hope it's not on somebody else. What more that you are able to see? Fine. Anything else to come? I just want to tell you that if all of you start giving the answers, at some point of time, new answers will start coming in. That is where ideation begins. And ideation is the reason which can lead to incubation. So, until and unless we have strong ideas, we cannot go in for a good incubation center. So this is that I wanted to tell you. And trust me, in that particular exercise that I had told you, children had given me 107 different uses of the pen. Of course, after 50 answers, you are able to see all the answers that were coming up. They were improved in, new improved in with dust busters, new color, new packing. Now we are talking about innovations. Every innovation will lead to incubations, and therefore having innovation centers, having ideation centers, having incubation centers is the need of the organization. Everybody cannot get a job, but definitely each one of our students can give a job. So let us make our students as job givers rather than job seekers. Now we come to yet another feature that a teacher needs. That is number of workshop seminars conducted on research methodology. Number two, intellectual property rights. Number three, entrepreneurship in the last 5 years. इसका मतलब है हमने we have to conduct some workshops on research methodology. We have to conduct some workshops on intellectual property rights. We have to conduct some entrepreneurship programs each year. Now look at the question over here. Number of workshop seminars conducted, number of students benefited, dates and link of the activity report on the website. इसका मतलब क्या है? जो हमने काम किया है उसका रिपोर्ट वेबसाइट पे आना चाहिए. एक नंबर दो, ये प्रोग्राम्स हमको स्टूडेंट्स के लिए कंडक्ट करने हैं. वी आर गोइंग टू कंडक्ट इट फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स. What do? We conduct a workshop on IPR and we invite teachers from other colleges. Okay, तब सारी धमाल हो जाएगी यहाँ पे. Because here they are asking numbers of students. If you want to give numbers of students, वो कम से कम 60% of the total students होने चाहिए. इसका मतलब है आईपीआर एक्टिविटी करते हैं और आपके कॉलेज में अगर 1000 बच्चे हैं तो कम से कम 500 बच्चों का 600 बच्चों का आईपीआर हो जाता है और कुछ 200-300 बच्चों का रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी हो जाता है और कुछ 100-200 बच्चों का एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप प्रोग्राम हो जाता है. तो ये 100% के पास जाके पहुंच और 100 का स्कोर यानी 4 का स्कोर आपको मिल गया. पर ये सारा का सारा जो पार्ट है ये नंबर गेम पर है. इसको हमने समझना चाहिए. दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट दैट आई वांटेड टू टेल यू. NAC takes care of this on number games and therefore these activities have to be done in bulk. At one time, 200 students have been given training of IPR. Last year we gave training to 800 students. They don't expect it getting converted into a patent. They expect it in this way that you have given the concept, you have given the ideas to the students. Now here there is a wonderful suggestion that has come from Anil Bisht. We can plan such workshops now online and those be counted? Yes, they will be counted. They can be counted if they are for your students. अभी ये आपके सेकंड ईयर के बच्चे हैं, थर्ड ईयर के बच्चे हैं, फर्स्ट ईयर के बच्चे हैं, अभी जो सेकंड ईयर में जाने वाले, इन सबके लिए आप आईपीआर की वर्कशॉप ले सकते हो, आईपीआर रिलेटेड एक्टिविटी ले सकते हो. देयर इज वन मोर थिंग. इफ इट इज डन इन अ प्रॉपर वे, you have you can have the attendance also. That comes as an e-attendance. So when he has come in, when he has joined, when he has left, ये सारे के सारे डिटेल्स आपको आ सकते हैं जो आप डाल सकते हो over here. So here you are able to see. Then it is a number game. NAC plays on numbers now. अगर आप कहते हो cleanliness प्रोग्राम करना है, ये यहाँ पे नहीं आता है, कहीं और आता है. क्राइटेरिया 7 में आ जाता है या 3 में ही आखिर में आता है. What do they say? How many students? How many times? If you say we did it once and there were 50 students, then the denominator is total number of students. उनका रेशियो निकलता है 50 डिवाइडेड बाय 3000. बोलते हैं क्यों किया, ये एक्टिविटी को तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं. Until and unless that ratio out of 3000 crosses 2000, you don't get a score of 4. So any social activity to be conducted, any such kind of activity to be conducted needs to come, must come in numbers and in percentage numbers. That is what, it's okay. year 60 to 70% students should sit for it, attend it, so that the ratio is proper. For research methodology, another 40-60 percent of students are participating. The number is going to play a very big role. Here, teachers' role is coming. Primarily, I am repeating this because in the colleges, IPR activity is conducted for teachers. This is a very wrong thing that is done. We invite teachers of other colleges and we conduct the activity. That does not even make any sense in this particular picture. So student number is going to count out. Number of times is going to count out. How many students is going to count out? How many times is going to count out? Percentage is going to count out. Keep this in mind. This is the most important part that I wanted to make a mention of. Then you are able to see 3.4.1 active extension act. Just 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah. Extension activities in the neighborhood community in terms of impact and sensitizing the students to social issues and holistic development during the last 5 years. How many types of extension activities have been taken? Give the list of extension activities. What is its impact? इसका मतलब क्या है? हर एक्टिविटी के बाद में फीडबैक होना चाहिए. स्टूडेंट्स का भी फीडबैक होगा और जिनके लिए लिया गया उनका भी फीडबैक. मान लो हम कम्युनिटी के लिए पानी के लिए कुछ काम कर रहे हैं तो कम्युनिटी को पूछना पड़ेगा, ये जरा फॉर्म भर के दे दो, ये बताओ वेदर यू लाइक द एक्टिविटी और नॉट. So here you are able to see sensitizing the students is also going to be with respect to numbers. List of activities impact on the student with respect to social parameters. This is yet another important aspect. How do you measure the impact of the event? Feedback, surveys, questionnaires ये बनाने हैं, लोगों से भरवा लेने हैं, हमने हमारे बच्चों ने उनको भरवा के देना है. We have to understand what is the impact, and then we can say that yes, we are contributing to the national development. This is what it means. Now, one more aspect, number of extension and outreach programs conducted in collaboration with industry, community and non-government organization through NSS, NCC, YRC, etc. So here you are able to see use of those organizations such as NSS to see to it that maximum number of students participate in this activity and the activity becomes a big success. This is what is expected over here. Here again, the role of teacher is very important. There is one more question that I wish to talk about. Number of collaborative activities for research, faculty exchange, student exchange, internships per student per year. This plays a very important role. Many, at least in Maharashtra, colleges do not share their students. They don't share their teachers, and it starts costing us. We must share our students. We must share our knowledge with others. If I go to another college, I understand two new things. And therefore, exchanges must take place. Exchanges of teachers, exchanges of students, exchanges for research, exchanges for a variety of areas. And therefore, exchanges play a very, very big role. Unfortunately, institutions don't do this. If I will give an example, here Pune is a big city which has more than 600 universities in 600 colleges in the Pune University, 700 colleges in Pune University, out of which at least 200 colleges are in Pune itself. If sharing of the students and teachers is done, it is going not only going to help NAC, but it is also going to help in updating of the teachers. And this updation of the teacher really plays a very, very big role. And here is Anil has made a mention. Sir, I heard that in several institutes manage this number game. Is it true? Yes, it is true. And it should not be. That's also very true. And trust me, within the city, if you are going to go for exchanges, you don't need money either. All that you need is a duty leave, which can be easily given to the organization. So you are able to see if a duty leave is given, then there will be somebody who will be coming here and teaching. There will be somebody who will be going there and teaching. 2 दिन की 4 दिन की duty leave दे सकते हैं. The teacher will understand many new things and it will help him. I don't say all institutions are great or something of that sort, but nor do I say that they don't have anything to offer. Every institute has something to offer, something different to offer that the other institute does not have. So, therefore, sharing really plays a very important role. Yes, you will. There's something called something. Someone, Savita Madam has said, share this PPT. It will be shared. Just don't worry. All the material is easily available. Then you are able to see library. This is one big aspect that we wish to make a mention. Here, though, library directly is not in the hands of the teacher, the role of teacher is extremely important over here. I won't be discussing these questions because these don't relate to you, but there is one thing that I wish to say about library. If you want your teaching to improve, your teaching should be made library centric. This is extremely important. We have studied in the generation when there was no internet, no computer. There were books. The teacher used to tell that this content is available in the college library in so and so book. So we used to hurriedly go and try to get that book, read it and hand it over back. Unless we make our teaching library centric, we will not be able to separate our students from those notes concept. We often keep on giving those notes to the students, thinking that students need it and they will feel kind and it will be useful for them. हम एक बाजू स्वार्थी बनते जा रहे हैं. We are becoming selfish primarily because by giving them the notes, we say that yes, now my result is 100%. But the student does not understand those notes. He understands the notes which he prepares. So giving him the access to the libraries and giving him questions, and you can tell him that these questions will be solved out if you go to the library. It will help us. It will increase the footfalls in the library. This is one part. Second part is that the number of books in the library will increase because that will help the management to purchase new books. The third part happens to be the library connectivity will help the student to become a सेल्फ लर्नर, क्योंकि वो किताब लेता है तो उसको ढूंढते बैठता है तो उसको कुछ ना कुछ मिल जाता है. एंड देयरफॉर library centric learning really plays a very big role. This is what I wanted to say, and we need to see to it that our library is well equipped with the books that we are talking about. The students don't short fall of those books. They get the necessary literature and they prepare their own material. Whenever you give stress to the student, the student improves. Whenever you give him challenges, the student improves. Whenever you make the student do something, the student improves. And therefore उसको बिल्कुल चुपचाप बैठने नहीं देना है. उसको आसान होना चाहिए. Make it simple, keep it easy. Don't do that. Keep it difficult for him. Let him work hard because he is going to improvise. And if he improves, it's going to be a big addition to the nation. We come to criteria 5. Competitive examination cell. How are we contributing to it and how are we helping it out? This is one important aspect. You will make a mention how can computer science play an important role? How can computer engineering play an important role? It plays an important role. If these exams are not, competitive exams are to be mentioned out, there must be some examinations within the subject that can be competitive. You can give the names of the examinations in this process, but it is extremely important. So average percentage, there is one more question. How much of placement has been done? This is really a very tricky question. The companies come on the campus. The students participate for for the um, presentation. What do you say? For the jobs, they get the job and then they don't join. So we need to have a mechanism whereby good companies come and students join on a large scale. So if in that case, how many students have joined? This is the only answer that they expect. Second, they ask for a proof, and that proof happens to be the first certificate or the first salary certificate or the first salary slip of our student who has now become their employee, so that they will trust us. So these are the big areas that you are able to see with respect to criteria 5. How many students have gone for progression to higher education? They have completed B.Ed or they may have completed some computer science course and now they are going for master's program. How much progression percentage, and that percentage has to be more than 35% to 40%. If that percentage is to be seen, then you are able to see it's a good ratio for प्रोग्रेशन. एक बात याद रखो, इसमें उन्होंने कहा है या तो प्रोग्रेशन है बच्चों की, दिस इज वन पार्ट, और दे हैव आइदर दे हैव गॉन फॉर प्रोग्रेशन और दे हैव गॉन फॉर जॉब्स. दोनों के रिकॉर्ड मिलते हैं. अगर आप तीसरा कहोगे कि नहीं उनकी तो शादी हो गई है एंड दे आर वेरी हैप्पीली मैरिड, दैट इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेड, बिकॉज द गवर्नमेंट एक्सपेक्ट्स दैट एवरीबडी must work and everybody must get paid, and therefore you are able to see, and therefore you are able to see over here that we should be able to give the details. We should be able to show that so many students have gone for masters, so many students have further gone for jobs, and the component pool of getting married, not doing anything, should be minimum. For this, the teacher has to see to it that he is in constant touch with the students. Maximum number of students must be able to give their details to the colleges so that we can keep a chart of the profession. We can take follow-ups of the students and see to it that the college works in a much more effective way. Then you are able to see one more aspect, whether the institution facilitates student representation and engagement in various administrative, co-curricular, extracurricular activities following duly established processes and norms, student council, student representation on various bodies. Try to see to it that on almost all committees, I'm saying almost all committees, I'm not saying all committees, students are placed, alumni are placed. IQAC में IQAC में कुछ स्टूडेंट्स है जो IQAC का काम करेंगे. There will be students in a variety of committees. Except for the exam committee, I think so. Everywhere students should be present to see to it that the system works in a good way. When there are students, please don't fight among in front of the students. Don't try to show the student that you are much more powerful in the teaching room. The students are going to giggle it out. So we need to see to it that student participation takes place in the committees. So they give valid suggestions and those suggestions are accepted very nicely. Then we come to 5.4.1, Alumni Association. ऐसे कारण ऐसा करने के कारण you are able to see the alumni will start donating out funds. If the alumni is 15-year-old, it comes back to the college. It starts coming back to the college. It goes to the college to see कि कॉलेज में कुछ बदल हो गए क्या, कुछ चेंजेस हुए क्या, whether there are any changes in the college, in the organization, and they have some money to spare. They start giving that money to the organization. Here, alumni associations start becoming stronger, and a variety of activities then in that case can be done. Here again, teacher contributes. Teacher plays a very, very important role. That is what I wanted to tell you. There are other areas, for example, you are able to see preparation of an academic calendar, then you are able to see in criteria one, then some kind of environmental methods where teachers are contributing to creation of a good environment on the in the organization are also counted out. But then you are able to see these are the big areas where teachers need to work, where the help from the teacher is needed by the organization, and teacher contribution is really going to matter. Keeping this in point, uh, let me tell you something about the cluster. Here you are able to see a logo of IQSC Cluster India. It is a group of teachers who help the colleges to go for NAC. Vishal is already on that group. I will be sending the link to Vishal. Vishal, I request you to please send a link to the teachers, those who are interested in such kind of activity, those who are associated with NAC and they need help, they will be getting a 24 by 7 support from IQC Cluster India. Here I have completed my presentation. I request you to ask me questions so that I can sort them out. Thank you very much for a patient listening. Now I want you to give me questions.
I would
Sir has
like to
already
add one
given.
more thing. I would like
Yes.
to add one more thing to all the participants. If you have any query related to the next, he is the best person to ask. You can take offline discussion also. You can take we can also take up one two questions this time also.
Yes.
And you if you works on any criteria since one criteria 1, 2, 3, 4 any one in a category 1 or 2, you will get the complete solution from the IQAC cluster because I am connected with the IQAC cluster since last 2 years, and I am seeing that it is a very active group. And sir is also a founding member of that IQAC group, and there is all are community based. There are no commercial include in the IQAC. You can call to any IQAC coordinator for the help, and they will provide you any help which can they support to you. If you are in the same state, then it will be possible to come to your state or your institute. But if you can, due to this pandemic, you can take a query online using Zoom or some other web service, but you will get the solution of your problem.
Yes.
So Piyush Pade sir is the best man for the accreditation. I can say only these things. So
I
you
have
can
given
put
my
up any
number, I
question
have given
query.
you my mail ID. गलती से वो एचमेल हो गया है तो वो जीमेल होना चाहिए. कोई एचमेल नहीं है उसमें.
So no
So you can
problem. I
always
will share
communicate
on
me.
the WhatsApp group, sir. I will
Yes,
share
yes,
on the WhatsApp group. So
yes,
that will
yes.
be better, sir.
Yes,
We
and
will
they can
share on the
you can ask
FAQ
me
group.
any query. I promise you the same day you will get the answer. Just post it on WhatsApp also. It's okay for me. Maybe I'm not available on WhatsApp for good morning, good afternoon, good evening chats. But if you have posted a question, and see to it that if you're posting it for the first time, tell I am so and so from so and so college, and my problem, my question is so and so. We will definitely be answering it out. We work throughout India. We have people all over India. We help people all over India. We conduct a variety of workshops, seminars, webinars,
I have
and
shared the
whatnot.
link, sir. I have shared the
Yes,
link of upcoming
yes,
webinar, which is going
yes,
to held in the month of June.
yes, sure, sure, definitely. So, in case you have any questions that I will like to answer, this is what I just wanted to say. That please, in case you have any questions, you can please
So there
ask
is
me.
one question, sir.
Yeah, what is it?
Sir, integrated education should give room for many learning fields of mankind, such as economics, psychology, sociology,
Yeah,
irrespective of the major academic discipline of the students.
yes,
How can we
agree.
establish a team of academic experts from various domains?
Now, I wish to share something over here, Vishalji.
जी.
The new education policy is coming up into picture.
Yes, sir.
Currently, yes, we don't have that option. But another 2 years down the lane, the education that you are offering or I am offering is not the education that we will be having.
जी.
There will be some domains to offer. This is one part that you are able to see. Then you are able to see you can choose subjects from the given lot. Some of the subjects will be of the subject and some of the subjects will have to be some other subject.
जी.
Not only that, the organizations will not be affiliated to any of the universities. For example, DU University has 70 or 80 colleges. All these colleges will now be separated off from the DU. They will have to form their own clusters. And these clusters will be something like yours is a computer institution, a computer college. Then in that case, it goes hand in hand with an arts, commerce, science college, with a pharmacy, with medicine, with law, with everything. The objective is that the students need to get a holistic view about the subject, about the knowledge domain. It should not be so that if he is coming into some kind of, let us say he knows computers, he also needs to know how to start his own institute. He also needs to know something about arts. He gets a bigger freedom to learn. And therefore, this is a different approach that is coming up whereby the university affiliations are to go and they are to work in the form of clusters. That is what I just wanted to make a mention of. So these are the areas that I wanted to share with you. So
Yeah,
that is going to
because
go.
we are going to adopt the foreign university culture. There will
Yeah.
be no affiliated university.
Liberalism जिसको कहते
Yes.
हैं, we say liberal. There will be a
जी.
core subject to come. Areas
जी.
of core subject will remain core, but not
Hmm.
everything will be affiliated. For example, to what I teach science today. So when I am
Hmm.
teaching in science, there are four subjects at first year level. It
Yes,
is
sir.
physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, let us say.
जी.
So
जी.
in the
जी.
second year, it takes three. In the third year, it takes one.
Hmm.
But everything of science.
जी.
Within a few years, that will not remain. It will not be BSc. It would be
Hmm.
bachelor's.
जी.
With liberal education, maybe a specialization in
There will be
something.
total 50 subjects. Out of 50, they can take any 25 subjects
Yes,
for to award the degree.
yes. So
It
it
may
will be
be it may
a
be
bigger freedom to
economics.
come.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, apart from the credit-based system, these method will come. So
Yeah.
one participant has written that choice-based credit system. So I
Hmm.
think that is above with the credit-based
So it
system.
is already into India. Almost all
Yes, sir.
universities have CBCS method now.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Many universities had adopted this
yeah,
credit-based system.
most universities have gone for CBCS method now. So now
Ji,
it is the liberalism that you are able to see to come into picture.
ji.
Yes. Any other question?
Any other would like to share? They can unmute your mic and
Yeah, you can
share
even ask
something.
questions. Very true.
After that, we can wind up the session. We can take one or two questions.
Yeah, one or two questions
Excuse me,
will come. Very true.
excuse me, sir.
Yeah, very true. I'd like to hear you.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Anil Best from Bareilly Rohilkhand University.
Fantastic.
Sir, I have a doubt actually in my mind that nowadays several universities conducting online workshop. We are attending those workshop. Is
Yeah.
there any guideline from UGC, sir,
No,
that these workshop will be counted
they
for
will not be
promotion?
counted.
They no such guidelines, sir.
No, they will not be counted.
Okay, means in
They will
between,
not
sir.
be counted for. They will not be counted for the CAS.
Okay, okay. But sir, nowadays, during this lockdown period, we may assume that such guideline may come for our benefits. It
Currently,
may
there
be.
is no such guideline that has come. In Maharashtra, what has come is it is not going to be counted.
Okay,
This is
okay,
one part.
okay.
But there is one second aspect that I wish to share.
Yes, yes, yes.
For NAC, it will be useful.
For neck, yes, yes, sir. Okay, sir.
For for the purpose of cash, that is getting salary hikes, it may or may not count.
But sir, we
We
don't
can
know
include,
how
but
how longer this lockdown period will be. So there should be some benefit for the sake of fraternity, faculty,
I very
teachers.
much agree with you.
Yes, sir.
Currently, with Maharashtra, I told you they are not going to count it. They have already declared it. This is one point.
Okay, okay,
But then
sir.
when it comes to NAC, it relates to the college. At that time, you can always make a mention during the COVID period. We
Hmm.
conducted on one side and we attended on other side. It can come in. And we expect some questions to change from the NAC looking into the consequences that COVID has created. So
Okay.
there may such changes may come in. I have myself conducted 20 webinars of 4 days, and we have catered to at least 5,000 people in the past 2 months or so. But currently, as I gather, there is no such kind of notification that has come. It will be counted.
Okay, okay, fine, sir.
NAC itself has conducted webinars. In a day or two, also they are going to conduct one or two more. But you don't find any such kind of statement coming from them. I wish to add something more to it. There are colleges called the Paramarsha colleges, that is, those who are given Paramarsha schemes, so that those colleges who have not completed their NAC so far, they are promoted by these colleges. They are thinking that the webinars can be counted for those colleges. Currently, UGC has not given any guideline to them. UGC has given them funds to the tune of 25 lakhs. And since February, I mean to say February, March, the COVID situation has turned worse. So, but no notification has come as yet. Perhaps within a few days or so before the new academic year starts, something may come. But currently, we do not know anything.
Yes, sir. We are hoping for that. Thank you, sir. Thank
And
you for the
Maharashtra
impressive.
sir has said no to it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes, please. What more? Any other question? Okay, Vishalji, if
Ji,
there is
thank
no
you
other
very much, sir.
question, yeah, I
Sir,
have tried to
thank you.
keep time.
Yes, sir. You have completed all the things. You have summarized all the things within a 2 hours. And this normally workshop takes 3 to 4 days because I have attended it with
Yeah,
you. So I know all the things that these things come under 3 days.
yeah,
Once you deliver the talk, so I attended it personally. So I can say you have summarized all the things in a just 2 hours. And you have
yes.
given the overview of NEC accreditation, and which will be very, very beneficial for the participants
I
also.
will request the participants to be in touch. I will
Ji,
request them to join the Telegram group that we have. You need to download the Telegram app, and I can send you the link. Vishalji, I will send you the link on your bigger group so that those who wish
yes,
to
sir.
join, they can directly join.
Ji,
And
sir.
uh, even as a teacher, not as a IQSC coordinator or a
You
member of
can
IQSC.
also, sir, share the Google group link also.
Yeah, fine. That I can.
That is also
Once they are
beneficial.
into Telegram, they can ask for it. They
Ah,
don't need to go on Google,
yes, yes, yes.
and it works fantastically. You can
Hmm.
also go to IQC Cluster India website. You can see the website, and you will find wonderful things over there that are useful. And it's a friend in aid, a friend in help kind of a organization. that caters to the teachers, primarily because it has been created by the teachers. So be in touch. I have given you my number and mail ID. I'll be sharing it again on the group. I will also be giving you the cluster link so that you can join, and it will be of great help to all of you. So with this, I think so we stop over here, Vishalji, today, and thank you
Gee,
very
gee.
much for this opportunity.
Nice, sir. It is my pleasure that you have accepted my request and just given me the 2 hours from your busy schedule, because I know you are very much busy in the institute work as per along with the IQAC activities also. So it was my pleasure and for pleasure for all the participants also to listen to you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
And
sir.
so I say bye bye to all of you. See you again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.